Assalamu alaikum dear kids. I'm your English teacher Miss Sehrish Javed. I hope that you all are fine by the grace of God. Kids, this is your English course book. And in first lecture we have read the story of Amin and the eggs. In this story we have read that there was a man whose name was Amin and he lost his crop in a drought. So he decided to look for a job in another village. But before leaving the village, he went to the merchant. वो एक merchant के पास जाता है. And he bought a dozen hard-boiled eggs from him. और उससे सख्त उबले हुए 12 अंडे लेता. 7 years later, Amin returned to his village and he was a rich man now. So when the merchant came to know that Amin is a rich man now, he went to Amin and said him to give me 500 silver coins for the eggs you bought. But Amin refused to pay him such a large sum. Amin उसे पैसे देने से मना करता है. Because only 12 eggs के 500 silver coins was such a large sum. So, merchant took his complaint to the judge. And in the court, the merchant said to the judge that 7 years ago, Amin took 12 eggs from me. That 12 eggs would have become 12 chickens. These chickens would have become hens and cocks. And the hens would have laid more eggs. The eggs would have hatched into chickens. And after 7 years, I would have had a large flock of birds. So now Amin have to pay me 500 silver coins for all the birds I have lost. The judge agreed with the merchant and said to Amin that what do you have to say? And why are you late? Amin said to the judge that I had a plate of boiled beans in the house and before coming here, I planted them in the garden so that I will have a good crop next year. The judge said to Amin, are you fool? How can boiled beans grow into anything? Amin replied to the judge, yes, indeed. If the boiled beans cannot grow into anything, then how can boiled eggs hatched into chicken? So in this case, Amin won. So kids, you did the bookwork of this lesson from page number 13, page number 14 and page number 15. Now you have to do the copywork of Amin and the eggs on your neat English A copies. First of all, you have to write date and day on your copies. Then you have to draw a margin line. Then you have to write lesson number 1, Amin and the eggs. First of all, you have to do the words' meanings. Drought, a long period without rain. Dozen, a set of 12. Refuse, to deny. Debt, money that you have borrowed. After doing words meaning, you have to do word sentences. Number 1, crops. Farmers harvested the crops. Number 2, gold. Gold is a metal. Number 3, coins. I have silver coins. Number 4, egg. I fried an egg. Number 5, hatched. A chick hatched from an egg. Kids, you can also make the sentences of these 5 words by yourselves. Next, you have to do the question answers in your neat copies. Question number 1. Why Amin left the village? Answer. Amin left the village because he wanted to look for a job in another village. Question number 2. What did Amin buy from the merchant? Amin bought a dozen hard-boiled eggs from the merchant. Question number 3. Why merchant took his complaint to the judge? Answer. Because Amin refused to pay him 500 silver coins. Question number 4. Did Amin win the case? Answer. Yes, Amin won the case. Kids, this is your copy work of lesson number 1, Amin and the eggs. You have to write all the work in your neat English copies as well as you have to learn it. So kids, I hope that you have understood it very well. That's all for today. Take care and Allah Hafiz.